Hey guys, I'm Jacob. This is the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. I am on my way to Ohio for a little bit of overnighter action with some buddies. I was going to leave at like 2 o'clock in the morning, but with daylight savings, which is hitting me, and the time change, which is hitting me, I was going to have to leave at like 2 in the morning. And then I was like, you know what? I think it's adventure time. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm jacked. Jimbo's jacked. It's time to rock and roll. Jimbo? Alright. No. You know you're in Louisville when the highway gets so crappy you about need a chiropractor afterwards. Alright guys, it is like a little bit past midnight or 1 o'clock or something like that. Made it about 3 hours, got about 3 hours left, so me and Adventure Dog here are gonna take a nap for a while and we will resume in the morning. Good morning. Oh man. It's freaking cold. It's cold as crap in here. What do you think, buddy? You freezing your nuts up. Yeah. Alright. Time to get back on the road, I guess. That was the hardest night I've had in a long time. Verizon and Samsung. This Samsung Galaxy phone is crap. And everybody that I know who has one of these newer Galaxy phones hates it. Man, this is freaking gay. Alright guys, I made it to Ohio. This is Zach. You know Zach. He's the hero from season 1 of Alone. Kyle?
I'm Kyle. What's up?
So basically, we're at Bob Evans real quick. They must have thought I was a zombie in the gas station this morning because I crawled out of my truck like limping, or a hobo, one or the other. But we're gonna carb up and get out to the woods. All right, so we are on a trail going somewhere looking for something. Zach and Kyle in tow. I've got this new outdoor research jacket here. It's really cool and lightweight. And these tabs here are actually from Exotac, and they have a tinder in them that you can take them apart and help make a fire. Those will be reviewed pretty soon. Definitely a neat little no-brainer thing to throw on anything, really, backpack, jacket, whatever. So I've got a lot of gear that I'm going to be showing you guys today and talking about. A lot of it beach and tactical. You can see I'm trying some new stuff with this beach and tactical Baldric sling and prototype bottle holder. So I've got a sear pouch, Kisljar Supreme Survivalist Z knife, 64 ounces of water, and gloves all on a sling that I can carry separate of my pack. So I can just throw the sling on. I've got a fire kit, I've got a knife, I've got all that stuff. It's pretty cool. So I'll show that off pretty soon here, as soon as we find when and where we want to break off, break brush, and go discover something cool. We read something about mine shafts somewhere around here, so hopefully we'll be able to find them as we walk. So we don't have quite as much time to go out and explore as we would like, but I think that we've found a spot that will be acceptable, a little bit of running water, nice spot for camp. I think it's gonna work, so we'll go find out. Alright guys, this is my loadout here. You'll see at the base is my new butt tarp from Tent Smiths. That's Bushcraft Utility Tiny Tarp. This was designed by Michael Rocchetti of Omega Survival. This is a prototype. They will probably be changed a bit in the future. I'm going to keep testing it and see what I think, but so far I'm really enjoying using it. So I've got my Stanley cook set. Cheap Walmart set that I bought a long time ago thinking that, you know, it wouldn't really matter. It's held up great. A lot of people complain about like this plastic melting. I've obviously never had that happen. I'll let you know if it does. But it's great. Cheap Ozark Trails lantern that I bought on a whim. Honestly, it's been great. Spilly, wonderful. The Hidden Woodsman new survival kit. I will open this up and show you what I've got packed into it for this trip in a moment. Some snivel gear, alpaca beanie, military wool gloves, Beach and Tactical micro fire tin, this ground tarp from Amazon. It's pretty cool. I'll be using that and showing you guys that. Freaking neck gator, static V2 sleeping pad. I like it a lot. I do think that I probably need to look into getting an insulated one, and I do really want a pillow from them as well. VS17 panel, Snugpak jungle bag. I've been using this since the military. I love it. So there's a low comfort temperature, 36. Tonight it's going to be like 24 or 22. I'm gonna be cold tonight. The Hidden Woodsman 3-day pack. Absolutely love it. You guys see it on this channel all the time. Oh, I forgot I've got some stuff in here. Rode mic, headlamp. This is I think it's Black Feather Survival or Black Thorn, one or the other. It's a magnifying glass for starting a fire. And then we've got our Beach and Tactical kit here that I showed you earlier. Beach and Tactical Baldric sling. This is a Kisljar Survivalist Z knife and AUS 8, A or AUS 8, whatever, stainless. We're going to do a review on that while I'm out here. This is a Beach and Tactical sear or R&R pouch made by Gadsden Dynamics. Look at Gadsden Dynamics. Awesome clip on these things. I love it. Inside I've got a Beach and Tactical fire kit as well as a Texas Mini Heat Kits AV Mini knife. We will be busting that out shortly. This is a prototype Beach and Tactical universal bottle holder on a Clean Canteen 64-ounce single wall bottle and my mechanics gloves. So that kit right there is going to give me 2 knives, a fire kit, 64 ounces of water, and gloves, all on a sling without my pack. So basically, I can do almost anything that I need to do with that sling without even getting into my pack. So I'll show you what's in this Hidden Woodsman pouch now. Inside the Hidden Woodsman survival kit, I've got another ferro rod, got Gorilla Glue duct tape, 2 Glock 17 magazines, Swiss Army knife with a locking blade, a Bic, because if you don't carry a Bic, you're probably silly. This is a badass bead that I keep on the Victorinox. Wallet, Light My Fire titanium spork, diamonds, DMT, diamond stone sharpening stones, and another VS17 panel, and some fat wood from my yard. This was a very SE heavy adventure. Specifically, Zach and Kyle both brought SE6s. And then we've got the Kisljar Supreme Survivalist Z, definitely shaking it up a bit. This ground cloth has washers in the corners. I don't know. There, you can see it there. I don't know if it's gonna really be tough enough, but I guess we're gonna find out. I'm gonna use that as an anchor point, because I'm actually gonna put this up for a heat shield, just like that with a noose. Oops, I wasn't in. So I'm gonna use it like this, tie it up instead of using it as a grommet. Obviously this washer being here won't let it slip through. And so that's how you can do this using a rock. And you can fold your material around a rock and then tie around that and use that if you don't have grommets to tie something up. But I think with these washers this will work well.
I'm not using, and then, it'd be weird. I mean, look, that's definitely more than my lungs.
No, I don't think so.
That?
It's not as compressed.
What?
I don't know, man. Because I can blow up my thing in 10 breaths.
You cannot blow this up in 10 breaths.
Mine I can, just about.
I'm just saying, this one you can't. Hence why I'm pooping.
I don't know, dude. How long would that thing take for you to blow up? Have you done it before?
Yeah, long time. And I have very big lungs.
All right, guys. Camp is taking shape. I'll walk you through the process of some of it a little bit later. But we've got this fire ring. Might get probably moved, or a reflection wall. Who knows? I've got my climate pad up, fully inflated in 10 breaths. It's probably overinflated. 9's probably all I needed. This is my Traveler's ground sheet. It's not going to rain tonight. If it did a little bit, I think I'd be all right. Should be good for dew, but really I want to reflect some heat for me. Got it kind of plugged up there. They've got an old school tarp going up here, just like what I usually do. And I think that we are ready to start thinking about some firewood. We are working on building the foundations of our upside down fire here. So we got to get some stuff batoned up on top, and we'll get rocking and rolling. So a big part of the secret to doing nice fine feathers. Alright, so this is one of my favorite things about the Gadsden Dynamic Sear Pouch. Besides the fact that he does great quality work and can pump them out, his clip, I just absolutely fell in love with it and wanted it on my design. So here inside of the pouch, my personal fire kit features a Beach & Tactical Altoids tin fire kit and a Texas Mini Heat Kits knife and some jute. So what I'm going to do first, I've already got one of my wax sealed fire starters split. So really, I'm going to take this little AV Mini here. This is made by Ted Heldon. And we're going to fluff it up. And then we're going to use this as a striker. So I'm going to just bring this down here almost like I'm skinning it. This AV Mini makes doing anything so easy. The edge is so thin on it. It just slices like a dream. I'm going to kind of pull on it now. There we go. And the more of these fibers on the inside that we expose, the better. They'll really take a spark quite easily. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's freaking sweet. Alright, I'm going to throw this on the fire and let's get a spark on it.
Put some shavings on, Kyle. Hold on a second, Jake. Let's put shavings on first. It's smaller. Before we get too crazy with the big joints. Fat one.
This is all just going to go up like crazy.
That black smoke.
Yeah. You did a really good job with that little AV Mini for it being your first time with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to copious amounts of fat wood that we harvested out here, the upside down fire is looking pretty legit. You can see water beading out of some of these sticks already, and I'm getting very excited for this. Russian knife versus Spam.
Ooh, decent fish.
All on camera. Passes the Spam torture test. This is so difficult to do one-handed while filming. I just wanted to mention real quick with the Stanley Cook set, I have never had this top melt or even become warm. So I hear about that all the time. I'm sure it happens to people. I don't know if it's a difference in product or a difference in how you use it, but it certainly has never been an issue for me.
Damn, son.
Oh, it broke instead of...
Yeah.
It's funny.
Stuff's mega hard.
Yep.
You can whack the back too of the knife. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Letting her eat. You're getting close. Stuff's hard.
Yeah. There you go.
Damn, son.
Alright guys, we're just waking up. Or I should say just getting up. My body says it's 8 o'clock, but after the time zone change and the daylight savings change, it's actually past 10 o'clock, so that's not good. But we used a lot of firewood here. The Amazon ground tarp here, or ground pad or whatever, it's not doing so hot. Not really what it was meant for. I'm not too bummed out. It's lightweight and it's affordable, and so it's not going to be super durable. Actually, for the first time, I think it's 7 years now, because I had this when I was in Germany in the military even. I got a big old burn hole. So that's a bummer, but we're going to kind of wrap things up, and we'll start packing out.
A little bit of flavor in there too.
Yep. Some seasoning. So this little stove we got off of Amazon.
Can't tell you the maker.
Actually, yeah, I can. Sahara Sailor Ultralight for about $9. And it comes in this little case here. And for $9, it's not a bad little deal. It's got a piezo, is that how you say it?
I think
Piezo
so.
lighter on the side of it. The feet are kind of, they're cheaper than a Jetboil, obviously. But for what it is, it does a pretty good job for $10.
Cool. I wanted to mention something real quick. We had a really smoky fire for a lot of the night until we got the temperature really, really high. And part of the reason why it was abnormally smoky is right now we're down in a swamp. So even these pine trees and everything here are all rotten at the bases, or the bottom branches. Over there we just pulled a bunch of trees out of the ground where the bases were all rotten. So there's a super high moisture content in a lot of the stuff. Even the stuff that burns good will still honestly be pretty high in moisture content. Now, if we had gone to the top of the hill there, gathering firewood would have been much more difficult with all of the deciduous trees up there, and there'd probably be a lot less dead stuff laying around. It would have been a lot more work, but if we had done that, our fire quality and heat likely would have been much higher. So it's something to consider. I often find myself camping in lowlands and in crappy areas, and when you do that, a lot of times your fire quality will suffer. So we've got this Traveler's ground tarp. It did not fare too well, being a reflecting wall with sparks and stuff, but what's cool about it, it's got these lines sewn into it, which hopefully you can see, which will help you fold it. So I fold across this line first, then across this line. I'm like the guy who like has a hard time folding like the large road map back up. So for me, this is actually really handy. This line, this is gonna be a little bit sloppy, but when I put things away after a camping trip, it's always a little bit sloppy. I'm not gonna lie. And then all right, like this, and then you roll it. Man, I did a pretty crappy job of this as I'm trying to show you how easy it is to do. That's extra special.
Yeah.
But then you put it in this little tiny pouch. Hopefully it fits. If it doesn't fit, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw it in my pack anyways, and I'll refold it when I get home. Because that's how packing up for me goes. Geez, I really did this like crap to have it on film, but whatever. Fits in the jigger. So, there you go, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. The Traveler's ground sheet. Pretty neat, affordable little thing. Got it for Christmas, and I really appreciate it. We are packing it out. It's been an awesome camping trip. Had a blast, and appreciate Kyle and Zach having me. Hopefully we'll get them out here and on the channel again in the future. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and let me know what you think. And if you hated this video, please subscribe and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you all had a blessed